Okay, all right. I think we are ready. We're going. Okay, so thanks you guys for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you're begged or bribed, perhaps, to come tonight, but I do appreciate it. And I just want to, tonight we're just going to kind of go over a little bit about what Arbonne is, where we came from, a little bit my story, and then hear from a couple of you guys too. So I know that a lot of us have some good ideas of what Arbonne is, but perhaps one of us doesn't. Somebody out there. Okay, so really quickly, I'll just share my story. I was first introduced to Arbonne 10 years ago when our oldest was a baby. Somebody gave us the baby products, and I was like, okay, thanks. And then I got a skincare sample of their anti-aging skincare line, and I was like, well, thank you, but I don't use skincare, which is true. I never had used skincare in my life, but it was a free sample, so I tried it. And within 3 days, my husband, my sister, my mother-in-law all noticed a difference. And I was like, oh, did I look that bad before? But anyways, it was enough for me to kind of start investigating the company and the products. And so I ended up signing up as a consultant 10 years ago just to get the products at a discount. And I kind of always had in the back of my mind, one day I'll pick up this business. I would really like to do this. But, life happens and things go on, and we moved a lot and had babies and all this kind of stuff. So kind of got put on the back burner. But last January, we were at a great point. My husband was working from home. He works for himself. We weren't living paycheck to paycheck, but he sat down with me, and this is 10 years into our marriage, and he said, I really am thankful, but honestly, every time I sit down in front of my computer, I feel like my soul dies a little bit. And I was like, oh, we can't live like this anymore. That was really big motivation for me to pick up my business and be serious. And so I guess I've grown enough to realize that change doesn't just happen. You have to make a change to get a change. Things don't just automatically become better. So I picked up my business, and I'll just tell you guys, it's been life-changing for us. Last January when I picked it up, my paycheck was $200. Which is great. I'm like, yay, gas money for the Prius. But this January, a year later, and a move across the country later, it was $1,400. And then the last few months, it's been right around $3,000. And we're on track to hit $6,000 to $8,000 by the end of the year. So that's life-changing. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like we've been able to dream again. And I still get to be home with my kids. But I still get to leave a couple nights a week, which gives me a little sanity because I homeschool and we have a busy 3-year-old, so it gives me a little break. But really, I feel like it's powerful. I always like to tell people this because, most of you guys know who I am, but I'm not motivated by stuff. It's great. I'm thankful that we're taken care of, but I don't need a bunch of stuff to make me feel happy or fulfilled. But it is very powerful to have the freedom to be able to give freely of your time and your money. And we have never been in a position to do that like we are now, and that's powerful. I feel like that's life-changing. So anyways, so all that to say, this may or may not be a fit for you guys, but I just encourage you to listen with an open heart, an open mind. And really, within a matter of 3 years or less, it could be a total life change for you too. So anyways, I don't believe in accidents. I believe that everybody is here or watching for a reason. And so I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming, guys. Okay, so I love Arbonne because it's not what you guys would think of as traditional sales. So you build residual income by doing 2 things that you already are doing, which, I think it's brilliant. Honestly, I have a business degree, and I'm like, why did I never learn this? I never learned anything like this in any of my business classes all through college. So you build a residual income, which that word alone is powerful, residual income. You do it by doing 2 things that you're already doing. Number 1, shop. You and your friends are already buying things like lotion and shampoo and energy drinks and makeup, all the things like that you're already shopping. So you get to do it by shopping. And number 2, you get to be paid for your referrals. So I like to give the example of when I lived in Tulsa, I worked at a fine dining restaurant. It was delicious. I told everybody to go there. It was awesome. But I never got paid a dime more than what I made in tips. And my $2.13 an hour, I think it was ridiculous. That paycheck didn't even count. But I never got paid a dime for any referral that I ever gave. And I mean, lots of my friends came and ate there. But with Arbonne, you actually get paid for your referrals. So, and you actually get paid on what you shop yourself. I'm like, once you promote, everything that I buy, I also get paid on that too. So I'm like, shoot, Target does not pay me to shop there. I'm shopping at Arbonne. So anyways, you get to redirect the money that you're already spending, and you teach others to do the same thing. And in that process, you create a network of consumers. So you're shifting your purchasing power to your own Arbonne store. So I don't know. I like logically, I feel like it makes a lot of sense. So, okay, so I want to go through 2 reasons why people change their brand to Arbonne. Okay, so number 1 is we're going to talk about business stuff. The first reason is the business just makes sense. So let's talk through a couple of key things on that side. Arbonne is a wiser choice. You know, you're getting better, you're getting safer products, and the biggest benefit is you get paid to do that. Even as a business, Arbonne is, I'm like, it's smart. When you research business stuff, we are, even in a down economy, Arbonne is exploding. I mean, the kind of growth we're having is unheard of, especially for a company that's 35 years old to have this kind of growth. So, I mean, even in network marketing, I mean, people are taking big note of Arbonne because it's not happening in any other companies like it is here. Within the next 5 years, professionals are predicting 500+% growth. So this is a great article, like if you've ever seen it. I love it. This is written by an outside professional, but they're just talking about Arbonne and network marketing. They're saying by the year 2020, we're going to see at least 500% growth. So that is high motivation for me because I feel like right now a lot of people haven't heard the name Arbonne. There's only about 1% brand recognition in the United States. But within 5 years, people are going to hear about Arbonne. I mean, they'll have heard about it. So I always think, you know what, my friends and family are going to hear about Arbonne. I want them to hear about it from me. So I know that one of our girls on our team told me a story the other day, and I mean, it was like heartbreaking, but she was just saying, you know, there's this girl that I had been meaning to call to see if she would host a party for me or, you know, do coffee or whatever, and I just hadn't called her, and she said, and lo and behold, I got an email from her asking if I would host her Arbonne party. And she was like, oh my gosh, I do Arbonne. And the friend said, I had no idea. If I would have known, I would have signed up with you because the girl that sponsored me already quit. I was like, oh my gosh, like, stick the knife in. But I mean, just to take that as people are going to hear, so why not let them hear from you? So, okay, so we're stable, we're growing, we're going into our 35th year, and we're just now globally expanding. That, again, is unheard of. So there's a lot of companies out there that are growing, but they've got their international market nailed down. We have just scratched the surface of the international market, so that's huge too. We're in the US, we're in Canada, we're in the UK, we're in Australia right now. October 1st, we're opening Poland, and then right after that, we're opening Taiwan. So, I mean, things are just starting to open there too. So, this is a statistic that I love. Over, you know, in the last, more than 50 years, thousands and thousands of network marketing companies have started. But really, if you look at the numbers, only about 50 make it to their 10th year. So to be in our 35th year and still growing the kind of growth that we're having right now, again, it's awesome. So I'm like, awesome. Okay, so Arbonne as a business makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about the building a network thing. You know, I kind of had a lot of ideas of what network marketing was, and since I had never learned anything in my business classes, I was like, pyramid scheme. You know, that's what I thought because I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't do the research. So when I started really looking into it, because I read a lot of books outside of Arbonne just so that I could understand. You know, people like Donald Trump, he's a huge fan of network marketing. You know, he's got some weird hair, but he knows how to make money. Robert Kiyosaki, he wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's written a lot of books, but that's probably the one he's most famous for. But he says the richest people in the world build networks. Everyone else is trained to work. So I think that's pretty powerful. You don't have to know a ton of people. I have a really fun story that I was in a cloth diaper group where I used to live in Tulsa, and one of the girls messaged me about Arbonne makeup. And I said, well, here's the deal. You can get it this way, or you can host, and you could get an even bigger discount. She said, oh, I'll host. You know, my sister, my mom will come. So I did a little bitty party for her, and her sister was like, you know, I have a lot of friends that would probably like this stuff. And so her sister hosted a party, and at that party there was a girl sitting in the audience, and she sat through the whole thing like this. And I was like, oh my gosh, she doesn't like Arbonne, she doesn't like me, I don't know. Well, so she left like nothing came of her at the party. Well, I saw her a week later at a coffee shop, and we just started chatting, and we hit it off so well. She's like one of my dearest friends now, and she loves Arbonne. She's done the detox. She loves the products. So I just, like, you don't have to know a ton of people. The point is, you know, people can connect you to other people, and I think I'm a prime example. I moved to Asheville last year. I didn't know anybody. Now I have friends. Oh, I'm like, yay. So anyways, okay. Basically, you're teaching and training other people to shop smart. You get paid for your referrals. You build a network of consumers. You get to open your office, which is your mouth, and talk. You're working smarter. You're working not harder. You're learning how to time leverage. And I always like to tell my team, the story is always the same. Whoever tells it the most wins. So anyways, and also I like to make the point, too, that location is not an issue. You know, I have a couple of district managers in Charlotte. I have two in Chicago. I have one in like rural Ohio. Another one in Atlanta. There's one that's in qualification for district right now in Seattle, and a new girl, one of my friends from college from Michigan, just signed up this month to build a business. So you don't have to be local to your team. You know, you can reach everywhere. In fact, Melinda just booked a party in Australia that we're going to do via the awesome technology stuff these days. So, I mean, you know, you can build a business anywhere that Arbonne is. You really can. So, okay, so let's move on to compensation. You know, how much money can you really make? You know, I don't know about you guys, but I knew a lot of moms that did little home businesses. And I say little home businesses because they were little. They didn't make a lot of money. I mean, they made a few $100s, maybe $1,000, but not a ton. I mean, and they were working hard, like selling a lot of products, working hard to sell products that have a lifetime guarantee, which are great, but you got to sell to a lot of people because if it has a lifetime guarantee, you got to find a new person to sell to every time you make a sale. Anyways, things like that. But I love that, you know, this is, Arbonne works if you work Arbonne. So there's a proven system for success. If you share the product, whether it's, you know, through a party, through an event, through a coffee appointment, lunch appointment, a one-on-one, over the phone, over Skype, over FaceTime, I'm like Google Hangout. I'm getting better and better at technology. Through sample packs, whatever it is, you know, you're sharing the product, you're building a team, and you earn income on a try-it-you'll-like-it philosophy. All of our products have a 45-day guarantee. So if somebody's not happy, you know what? They can return or exchange a product with no questions asked. Arbonne will do it. So I love that because I feel like that also speaks for the integrity of the product too. So, okay, so how much money can you make? I'm going to hand out this little handy-dandy sheet. You guys want to take one and pass it around? There's 4 levels of management in Arbonne, and there's a funny little acronym they say. We have a darn good compensation plan, which is very cheesy, but it helps you remember. DARN, D-A-R-N. So D is for district. That's the first level of management. Average district managers make $200 to $1,000 a month. A is area. Average area managers make $1,000 to $3,000 a month. And at that point, your business is also willable. So you're building this network of consumers, this network of shoppers. God forbid I don't make it home tonight. My paychecks will go to my family as long as all those people are still shopping. And they do. I'm telling you, I have people shop that signed up 10 years ago. So, and then R is for region. Regional vice presidents, they average $5,000 to $8,000 a month, and at that point you also get a bonus, extra cash bonus on your check for your Mercedes. And then N is for nation, and it's almost unbelievable, but I have a lot of friends that are national vice presidents, and they start at $10,000, and there's no limit. You can make as much as you want, as long as you want to talk about Arbonne and share it. You can keep making money. So you can also earn trips, which is fun. We get to go on our first family vacation to the beach next month. I'm like, we have not been on a family vacation other than to visit family, which is nice, but I mean, this is just to go to the beach and play. And so we get to do that this year. I'm so excited. Next year we're going on a cruise. I'm like, hey, you guys need to come with us. I'm like, we need to be partying together, vacationing together. Kayla's trying to recruit all of her friends' moms to do Arbonne with me because she wants them to go on vacation with us. So anyway, she's already asking, who am I going to know at the beach? Who am I going to know? And I was like, well, I don't know if you'll know anybody this time, but next year you will. So, okay, so let's move on. So that kind of, like I said before, there's two big reasons why people change their brands. Number one is the business makes sense. So I kind of walked you guys through that. Number two is the products are unparalleled. So I just want to talk about the integrity of our products for just a minute. Anybody that's tried Arbonne has fallen in love with it. I mean, the only things that I've ever had returned, I'll be honest with you guys, in 10 years, the only thing I've ever had returned, it wasn't even returned, it was exchanged, were either colors of makeup, they just wanted a different color, and then one gal ordered the non-anti-aging skincare line, and about 2 weeks in, she said, you know, I think I need the anti-aging skincare line. And that's it. So, anyways, okay, so the products are unparalleled. We're premium, we're unique, we're consumable. Ding, 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 ding. That's really key when you have a business like this. No toxins, harmful chemicals. I don't know if you guys know, but in Europe, they've banned over 1,100 harmful, toxic chemical ingredients from their personal care products. In America, God bless America, we've only banned 10. So to have Swiss products that are formulated with European standards, which that's us, that's Arbonne. I'm like, the Swiss make good things, come on. They make good knives, they make good chocolate, good watches, good skincare. But really, I mean, that's a huge standard. I mean, to have European standard is really powerful. And also, even the fact that, people are becoming more and more aware of their food ingredients, but things that you put on the outside of your body, I didn't know that I should be looking and reading, the stuff of the ingredients of my lotion or my makeup or my hair care. I had no idea. I mean, I didn't know. But 26 seconds is all it takes for anything you put on the outside of your body to go into your bloodstream, go into all your major organs. So it's important. I mean, our country is in a pretty serious epidemic. I mean, we have more money than we've ever had, but we are sicker than we've ever been. So I really believe that's a big thing. So no mineral oil. We don't use petroleum byproducts or anything like that in our products, which is basically like putting saran wrap on your skin. Nothing good can get in, nothing bad can get out. We don't use any animal byproducts or products or no animal testing. We're certified vegan, in fact, which I love Rachel because she was like, well, I thought vegan was just a buzzword. And then I went in Google and I researched rendering plants. I was like, yeah, like an industrial rendering plant. And if you look at that, it's actually quite disgusting. But anyways, we used to live by one in America. But if you don't know what a rendering plant is, you should Google it because it's good to be educated and then just know to buy safe products. So we don't have any gluten in our products, no soy, no whey, no artificial sweeteners. Okay, I have 2 friends that have celiac disease. I did not know that they put gluten in makeup. Arbonne is the only makeup that they can use. There's no gluten in our products. No whey, no artificial sweeteners, no artificial flavors. We don't have artificial colors. We're botanically based. We're third-party dermatologist, ophthalmologist, and pediatrician tested. And we're also hypoallergenic. So, in America, a product can have that label, hypoallergenic, and 4 out of 10 products can still cause a reaction. That's almost half the people can have a reaction, and they can still put that label on there. But Arbonne will go back to the drawing board. If anyone has a reaction, they'll go back until we have a 0 rating. So, and I love, too, that we're not a one-product company. We have stuff that people are using every day. I mean, if you shower, which, I mean, is sometimes debatable if you're a mom or if you live in Asheville. But I mean, if you shower, you bathe your kids, you brush your teeth, whatever. I mean, you eat breakfast. I mean, these are things that you use every single day. It's not just a one product. It's stuff for the whole family. Our old president, Rita Davenport, used to say, from the basket to the casket. We got stuff for everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can say that because you're not my age. But I mean, she was precious. But anyway, it's true. I mean, we have everything from baby to anti-aging and beyond. So, anyways, really quickly as I wrap it up, I just want to address a few things that people have hesitations on, specifically with business stuff, network marketing in general. So there's a lot of misconceptions. Like I said, I researched a lot because I really had I just didn't have understanding on the subject. So, when you look at network marketing, it's basically, the simplest way to describe it is it's a different method of distribution. So instead of getting a product that comes, the person that makes it, and then it goes to the advertiser and the retailer and blah, 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 like all these steps, we pay for all those steps. The people that, I can't even think of anybody that advertises for CoverGirl. They're not doing it for free, people. I'm like, those people are getting paid a lot of money. So we're paying for that, when you buy that product. So with something like Arbonne or network marketing, the product comes straight from the distributor, like the manufacturer, and in our case, it usually comes straight to the consumer. So we have better product at a very competitive price, and it can, the extra money goes into our pocket, which is great because we get to make that money for the advertising instead of the movie star or whoever it is. So, also, I always like to do this little demonstration too because, people are like, well, there's one person at the top, and you're like, oh, you're my little minions. But, network marketing is actually, this is like corporate America. There's somebody at the top. We're all down here trying to work our way up. You hit the glass ceiling, and they don't want you getting their job. So, there's struggle there. So you can only go so far in corporate America. But if you look at network marketing, you flip it over, we all start at the bottom. We all start as a consultant. If you choose to, you can work your way to the top. And there's not a limit to how many people can be at the top. As many people as want to can work their way up there. It's, it's not easy. It is simple, but it's not easy. But it just takes consistent effort. I don't remember who was telling me their tidbits from the training last month, but somebody said, a consultant is just, or a national vice president, the top income level earner, is just a consultant that never quit. It might have taken them 1 year, it might have taken them 10 years. They just didn't quit. So, anyways, I like that demonstration because it kind of resonates with a lot. It resonates with me because I've worked in both worlds. So, anyways, and then I always like to hit this too. There's 4 key factors. So there's a Harvard business professor, Dr. Charles King, and he talks about 4 key factors for a business and success. A lot of companies will satisfy 1 or 2, maybe 3 of them, but there's not very many that satisfy all 4. So number 1 is consumable products. That just makes sense, you guys. I was talking to Melinda the other day, and we went to a different party, and great products. They're awesome products. But the girl that was selling them was, kind of making a point to be like, yeah, we've got somebody in my upline that's had the same product for 10 years. And I was thinking, man, this is a hard job. You got to find a lot of people. If this is going to last me 10 years, I'm not going to buy one again, for 10 years. So consumable products is huge. Number 2 is marketplace demand. It's pretty obvious. People are looking for clean and safe products right now. They are. They're making their own. People are looking for that. So safe and effective products. Timing and trends. We're internet driven. The health and wellness industry really is having a boom because people want to own their time. They really do. And then number 4 is the ability to leverage your time, to work smarter and not harder. So an Arbonne satisfies all 4 of those. So, that's like right place, right time, right stuff. You guys, right now. Right now. Okay, so instead of just working for a paycheck, we get to own an asset and actually generate residual cash flow in my sleep. I woke up the other day on the 3rd of the month and I was like, holy cow, I haven't even done a party yet. I haven't even put in my own personal order yet. And my volume's already it's growing. And so, it's awesome because people are looking for this. They want it. They're using it. And they keep doing it. And I was, sleeping. Well, not for 3 days. That's not true. But, I wasn't sleeping for 3 days. But I wasn't buying my own Arbonne for 3 days. So, anyways. So, in conclusion, I just want to wrap up with, you know, there's somebody that I know that does this business, and she's like, change your brand, change your life, and that's kind of how she does her presentations, which I love. I think it's great. But I kind of want to take it one step further. You know, you change your brand to great products. You know, you're safer, you're healthier. That's great. You change your life if you pick up the business, and that's awesome. You know, you become a better you, and you get freedom. But one step further is you get to change your world, and that's really priceless because, you know, beyond the paychecks and the stuff and the Mercedes, which are all amazing and wonderful, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful. But beyond all of that, you know, true fulfillment comes from serving other people, and we get to do that in this business every single day. Is to love on people and to serve them and to give them something that's going to make their life better. So I always like to. I don't know. I like to end my calls with a quote, so I'm going to do that tonight. But two of them, actually. Jimmy read a book a little while ago, and this is from that book, but I can't remember the name of it. The black book, the old book from like the 70s. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Okay, but there's a chapter in there talking about money, and so I was looking through it because I'm like, man, I kind of have an issue with this because I always kind of felt like. You know, maybe I don't need all that to make me happy, which I don't. But when I read this, I was like, you know what? This is true. It says, do not make a god of money. It is only a symbol. Remember, the real riches are in your mind. You are here to lead a balanced life, and this includes acquiring all the money that you need. So, you know, somebody is going to make a lot of money in this world. I mean, people do it all the time. People that don't do good things with it do it all the time. People that don't have good intentions make a lot of money all the time. So why not somebody that's actually going to do something good with it? John Maxwell has a quote that says, money in the hands of the right people is God in action. So I just kind of think about that. I'm like, you know what? Why not me? Why not you? I mean, why not? For people that are actually going to do something and have a desire to do something good with it. So, and then the last one I wanted to say was, I think it was 2 years ago, we were sitting in my parents' church over Christmas, and I honestly can't remember any of the sermon except for this one little thing he said, but I thought it was so powerful, it stuck with me for all this time, and he said, you know, so many people are walking around in the daily toil of self-preservation, but we are the salt and the light. And I thought about that over these last 2 years, and I thought, you know what, it's so true. You look around, and every day people are walking around just surviving. They're not living, they're just surviving. You know, we're not living a great life. We're just trying to make it, survive, like get to the next day, do all that kind of stuff. And I heard that, and I was like, you know, that is so true. We are called to more than that. I mean, there is greatness in each one of us, and I believe that, you know, this is a great vehicle to be able to walk out that greatness. And so that's why it means so much to me, because I love to share it with people, and I know how much it changes. I know how much it's changed my life, and so I want to keep sharing that with other people. But I had two people that we're going to share really quickly, and then I wanted to do recognition really fast at the end from last month. So, Rachel, would you like to go first? We might have to adjust this because I'm short. Make sure you're in the picture.
That's funny. So Bethany asked me if I would share, and I was kind of thinking, I don't really know what I have to share, but I'm kind of visual, and so the girls and I were out in the driveway, like pulling weeds. You know, we have a gravel driveway, and we're pulling weeds, and I just kind of, I guess, felt like the Lord impressed upon me, just so you know, I have a really black thumb. Like, I can kill anything. Like, I've killed the little air plants that don't even need water. Like, you know, I've really killed those. And the thought struck me, like, I can grow some pretty healthy weeds. Like, I have some pretty fantastic looking weeds in my yard, you know. But I don't have to plant them. I don't have to water them. I don't have to care for them. And I was just thinking, like weeds, like things like doubt and negativity and pessimism, and those don't take any effort to grow at all. You know, they don't require my love and my care, my attention. They don't require, you know, anything of me. But I was thinking things like, you know, trust and just faith and like hope that this is gonna work out and seeing the good in people. And those kind of things, like, you have to be really purposeful about them. And so I felt like today, just like the Lord challenged me, even, with my Arbonne business, just to be, like, purposeful about the things that I plant. There's a scripture in the Bible, what a man, sows or plants, that's what he's going to reap. And so I want to plant good things. I want to, invest in others. And I want to, be purposeful about the things that I read and the things that I watch and the things that I do for my business. Because if I, sit on my bottom on the couch all day, I can't expect a great harvest, of people or of, resources. And so I think just the challenge for me was, what am I planting? What am I tending to? And the things that are worth having require something. They require, investment and care and attention. And so just to be more purposeful about the things that I'm planting, and yeah.
I love it. Awesome. That was awesome. It's true. That's great. And then Michelle, I just wanted you to share for just a minute whatever's on your heart, but I know that you guys had really good success with the detox and whatever. You can share what you would like. Go ahead. You might have to adjust because, again, I'm short.
Okay, let's see how we adjust. Hello! I don't even know where to start. I'll try to not be long. But my family did the detox back in June. And when I say my family, there's 4 of us. And my youngest didn't do the detox, but my 16-year-old did, and my husband did, and I did. So it was like a whole family affair. And so, unbeknownst to her, my little one kind of did too, vicariously. She didn't have all the shakes or all the fit shoes, because my husband ate all the fit shoes. But she didn't have all of those. But it was such a life-changing kind of experience. There was a verse that really stuck with me during that time. It says, this is from Psalm 16. It says, "Thou wilt show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy, and in your right hand there are pleasures forevermore." And so that kind of really stuck with me as a theme from our detox, because we had been trying for over a year to seriously lose weight in our family and really change our health. My daughter had been diagnosed with some cardiovascular issues and some heart problems. She has a PVC, which is just an electrical thing, but the extra weight that she was carrying was also making that a little bit worse. My husband had been diagnosed with diabetes and high cholesterol, and what's something else really bad? Oh, high blood pressure. Yeah, the big 3. So I have thought, okay, we've got to change our life. We've been eating very healthy. We cut out high fructose corn syrup, no soft drinks, really, we were eating pretty healthy. But I'm like, I don't know what else we can do. This is crazy. So I tried another program, and it was April of 2013. So more than a year ago, I tried this other program, and I lost weight. And Michaela lost weight. It was a 90-day kind of program, and we lost 5 pounds. It was fantastic. Okay, well, we lost 5 pounds. And so we thought, okay, we're just going to continue this. And then we went low carb. We thought we're really going to just ignite our bodies, really ignite it. And then we decided that we would do the Daniel plan, which was just it's pretty extreme. We cut out a lot of things, so we went on the Daniel plan and really, really gave that. We ran a 5K as a family, and Michael lost a good amount of weight. He lost 20 pounds, and guess how much I lost? The same 5 pounds. Yeah. So a year from the April to April, I've lost 5 pounds. Michaela had lost, about 8, and was very discouraged. And we went back to the heart doctor for a checkup, and the heart doctor was like, okay, fill out this questionnaire. And Michaela was filling it out, and she was like, I watched how many hours of TV a week? And she's like, none. I do so much exercise, 5 days a week, and so she's filling this out, and it's like extreme for a person her age even. And he's like, wow, I'm detecting a sense of frustration. looking at your sheet. She's like, yeah, you think? And, you know, so she was so frustrated. So my friend Bethany was watching us go through all this, and she's like, you know, just really think, really, that you might want to try this Arbonne. I'm like, crazy Arbonne lady? No, I didn't think that at all. I'm teasing you. And I'm like, yeah, well, it's just so expensive. She goes, no, you really, it's an investment. Think about how much you spend on your groceries and things like that. But it was a gift. It was a gift being offered, and I jumped on it. Michaela's like, Mom, we have to do this. I'm like, well, it's worth a shot. We've tried everything else. Might as well give this detox thing a whirl. And I'm so glad we did back in June when we started, because by the time that we finished the detox, I forgot to mention what was wrong with me. I had severe vitamin deficiency. All this healthy eating was causing me to have severe vitamin deficiency. I know it sounds crazy, but it was so true. I had these terrible migraines. I had severe vitamin B and a vitamin D deficiency in the basement. And so, anyway, so we started the detox, turned the way I felt around my migraines. I suffer with migraines, suffered, past tense. I have not had a migraine since the detox in June. And I had them like every day. I had a headache every day. Whether it was migraine level or not was just debatable, but the headache was guaranteed. So I feel like I'm doing more now than just surviving. That was one thing you mentioned a minute ago. You know, we need to be more for ourselves than just surviving this life. And so this detox program allowed me to do more than just survive. So by the time we finished, my daughter had lost 12 pounds in 28 days. Okay, I lost 9 pounds. For me, that's like phenomenal, because I could only lost 5 pounds in a year. And so 9 pounds in 28 days, I was like, this is just, you know, craziness. What is this? What is this magic, right? And my husband is now down 30 pounds. And whenever he went for his blood work the last time, his A1C levels are so awesome that the doctor said, you know, if you switch doctors, they would never know you were diabetic. And that right there was gift enough, you know, that now, you know, his cholesterol, he can come off of all of his meds. They're keeping him on just for healing purposes right now, but he's able to come off if he wanted to all of his meds, and his blood levels are great. Michaela's lost 20 pounds now because the detox just jump-started it, and she just continued to lose. And so we felt so great. We're doing it again. Today is our first day of our next detox, and I am discovering the skincare line too, because I know that I need to think about what I'm putting on the outside of my body. If my new body feels this good with what I'm putting in it, then imagine how much better it's going to feel when I put the other good stuff on the outside. So that's kind of our story, and we're really thankful. And now I'm really thankful to be able to share it with my friends. I've got 5 other people that have started to do this with me for this detox round for the next 28 days. So I'll be able to share it with them, and that's what it's all about, serving, right? Sharing. So thanks.
Oh my gosh, see, this is why I do Arbonne. And like those kind of things, because when we met you guys a year ago, I mean, I had no idea. That whole scenario had never occurred to me, but I knew that I liked you guys, and our families, you know, really meshed. And I was like, these people are special, and I don't know, it's just awesome. I'm like, so good. Okay, so I just want to wrap up really quickly. Did you have anything you want to say? Not tonight? Okay. I just wanted to do a recognition really quickly from August, and a lot of our team is not local, so I'm just going to give them a shout out. So in August, we had a lot of people go into district manager qualification. Rachel did, Samantha, we had Lisa, who's in Seattle, we had Michelle, who's here, Melinda, who's here, we also had Elena, who's also in Asheville, all went into district qualification. Already this month, Samantha has finished. I know Rachel and Lisa are like over halfway there, so I'm expecting to see a lot more finishing this month. And then sponsoring is really the life of our business, and it's not just about sponsoring someone else that wants to do the business. It's about sponsoring people even that just want to shop at the discount, because that's the life of your business, and that's where you create your residual income. So I just wanted to give a shout out to last month in August. Lisa in Seattle sponsored 6 people, so I'm sending you something in the mail. And Rachel last month sponsored 7. So I'm like, you guys are the sponsoring stars. I'm getting really cheesy, aren't I? But I just thought, I mean, it's awesome to share with other people. A lot of other people, you know, had 1 or 2, 3, 4 people sponsored, but you guys really, I don't know, blew it out of the water. But people are looking, and they're hungry for this. So anyways, we will wrap it up. I'll turn this off. We're going to do a couple door prizes. Sorry, guys. You're not here, so I don't get a door prize. We love you anyway. All right, okay. Stop it.